OpenGate is a growing discussion going on in the YouTube filmmaking communities, large part due to cameras obviously led by Panasonic, but also Fujifilm, but also Blackmagic Design, Kinfinity, Zcam, and a lot of other cameras that are still growing. Yet some of the more elder seasonal companies like Nikon, Canon, and Sony are not really releasing any OpenGate cameras in terms of their prosumer mirrorless level market. And while this is definitely an interesting topic, and I am kind of responding to my buddy's Simon, aka Ordinary Filmmaker's video, this is more of a video about some clarification of what exactly is OpenGate, because people throw that word out without really having some general understanding of what the word means. So today I'm going to clarify what exactly OpenGate means, why is it important, as well as talk about the reasons why now more than ever, camera companies across all the different brands should be putting OpenGate in every single one of their cameras. What's going on, everybody? My name is James Jackson. If you're new here, I do tips, tricks, news, and reviews for the film and video making industry. So if this is content that you like, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can stay up to date on all the content going forth. It really helps me out. It also gets you guys continue to get notifications on the channel. And if you want to even go further with your support, I would really appreciate it and really would love it if you guys would join me and become a member of the channel, where we'll get exclusive content behind the scenes as well as priority first in terms of video releases. This video is more of a response to my buddy Simon Yates, aka Ordinary Filmmaker, and his video that was just released earlier today. And I kind of want to just give some clarification, because I'll just go ahead and say Simon did an amazing job covering a lot of the things of why OpenGate is important and the reasons for it, and I'll cover some of those reasons as well. But I want to sort of focus a little bit more on some of the clear terms OpenGate, because one of the things about his video was that it gave the implication that it really only Panasonic and Fujifilm are shooting OpenGate, and that's just not true. Other cameras, in terms of the 3x2 OpenGate, camera companies like Blackmagic Designs has at least 3 cameras right now that has OpenGate. Kinfinity has been shooting all of their cameras, and all their cameras can shoot OpenGate. The Zcams, pretty much the full frame and the Super 35 that I know for sure, they all have OpenGate cameras and they shoot OpenGate as well. So it isn't just Fujifilm or Panasonic in terms of the 3x2, and I'm going to go into the 3x2 in just a second. But there is more in this one who do shoot OpenGate. But let's clarify OpenGate, because there's seems to be a misunderstanding of the term. So when people talk about OpenGate, they typically think, oh, you get to shoot the whole 3x2 aspect of the sensor, or you get to shoot both the full horizontal and vertical aspect. And part of that response is correct. The correct response is, yes, you do get to shoot the full vertical and horizontal. You get to shoot the entire sensor of the camera, and that in turn is OpenGate. However, that does not reside exclusively to 3x2 sensors or 4x3 sensors. It just, OpenGate typically just means any camera that lets you record in terms of the video world, that lets you shoot the video using the entire pixels and the entire real estate of the sensor. And that's just all it means. So by that terminology, there's other cameras that shoot OpenGate. In fact, all of Blackmagic Design's cameras, all the way back to the original cinema camera, they all shoot OpenGate, because Blackmagic since the beginning has let you shoot the full aspect of the sensor. It's just previously their sensors were 17:9 or 16:9 sensors. Red, since the beginning, I believe, has allowed you to shoot OpenGate. They just technically don't fully call it that, but in a lot more of their recent ones, particularly ever since the DCMC2 cameras, they've talked about open gate, but it typically just means you get to shoot the entire sensor. So something like the old 8K Helium, you get to, it's 17:9 VistaVision Super 35, well, not VistaVision, but it's a 17:9 Super 35 sensor, and you get to shoot the entire sensor. Technically, that is open gate. Even cameras like the Komodo and the Komodo X, or the Raptor or the V Raptor X, they all technically shoot open gate because they let you utilize the entire sensor. Open gate is just not reserved for cameras that have very tall sensors. It's reserved for any camera because a good example, and probably the best, like highest industry standard example, is the Arri Alexa 65. The Arri Alexa 65 is a 2:1 aspect ratio sensor, which is closer to more of that cinescope mode that you see in a lot of cameras. However, when you shoot on that camera, they use the term open gate. Open gate is a very liberal term, and I just want that clarification. Like, there isn't any other cameras. There are. In fact, even Canon has technically open gate cameras. The Canon C300, the Canon C500, the Canon C200, even the Canon C70. They all shoot open gate. They let you use the full resolution and the full real estate of the sensor. So it isn't something that Canon hasn't done. It's just in terms of a tall vertical sensor, they haven't done it yet. So with that clarification out of the way, I want to reiterate and highlight some of the things that Simon Yates pointed out in his video, which was why is it important? And the main two things for me is the various forms of aspect ratios that allows you to reformat it however you want to. That's how most people want to do it. It helps with speed and productivity when you don't have to take time to flip the camera or reset and rebalance, or like you're on a gimbal or something. It saves time, and when it comes to production, time is money. But the main reason it is important is because we are getting closer to an age where creativity is limitless. There's so many aspects, so many different sensors, and sensors that take up different sizes. And giving a chance to have the ability of using the mass amount of lenses, including anamorphic lenses, that we could use to just go whatever creativity that we want to, that is one of the important reasons for open gate recorded. With that clarity, let's talk about some of the cameras like Nikon and Sony who don't have open gate cameras. Well, Sony, there is their Venice cameras. They'll let you shoot the whole sensors. But for some reason, none of the other cameras, including their $25,000 Sony Burano, doesn't let you shoot open gate. Every single one of them only uses a cropped version of the full sensor. The reason why, let's go into the last part, was why it's important for companies and all these different brands to really start pushing open gate is because the options are now so much more readily for average and more consumers, particularly anamorphics. You got lens companies like Blazar and companies like Suri and even companies like DZO who are bringing anamorphic lenses down in price to where it was really left to the big boys in Hollywood. Now you can gain access to good quality anamorphic glass for still rather expensive compared to modern photography lenses, but it's still there and it's much more in reach. And even if you don't necessarily purchase them, it's much more accessible in terms of rental use in that case. And then if it fits into your workflow, then yeah, you can purchase them. And that's at the end of the day. Open gate provides value. And you know about this channel, we talk about value, and I bring things to you to make sure that you can get the best value for your filmmaking passions and your filmmaking career. I want to just say I do stand in solidarity with my buddy Simon Yates that we really need to really push these camera companies. that do have video cameras they continue to push out to us to let us shoot open gate. Canon, there's no reason why your $8,000 C400 that theoretically looks like it has a 3x2 sensor and we can't utilize it, or your $4,500 Canon R5C, or your $5,500 Canon C80, or your $4,200 R5 II. There's literally no reason why none of these cameras should be able to not use the full aspect of the sensor. Same with you, Sony. The camera that I'm shooting on and I do love, the Sony FX3, can't shoot open gate. The Sony FX6, a $6,000 camera, can't shoot open gate. Your FX9, a now $9,000 camera that can't shoot open gate. Or how about your $25,000 camera that can't shoot open gate? We need to move on from this. If these camera companies are going to tout these cameras as cinema cameras, cameras for professionals, cameras for people that want to get paid, then damn it, you need to give us the actual full use case of the sensor so we can do what we want with the cameras. No more excuses. Anyway, this is it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this conversation. I would love to know what you guys' thoughts. Let me know. Leave your comments down below. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, take care, everyone.